So thanks everyone and very good evening. This I believe must be most out of the league session because we have been talking about growth hacking, omni-channel, digital marketing, and I believe the next few sessions are about venture capitalism, etc. So cloud, this is more into the IT segment, I would say. But just one thing, first thing, how many us of here are fairly know what a cloud is, what cloud is? Okay, that's a fair bit of people. So cloud model, if anything, is most beneficial to, if it is most beneficial to anyone, then it's, or any community, then it's the e-commerce community. The largest of the e-commerce giants today, when they started, they got on cloud and they have scaled with cloud. Getting on cloud when they started allowed them to invest less in IT and focus more on their business. How come so? We'll cover that later. But for those who didn't raise their hands before, what is cloud? So all of us have laptops, and let us say that you have bought a laptop with 1 TB of hard disk and some 512 GB of RAM. Has it ever happened that your laptop has completely exhausted its 1 TB of limit? No, I would say not for a single person. So isn't it odd that you overpaid for that thing because you're not even using it? So how does it relate to cloud? I'll come on it later. We recently had a very interesting case. You must be aware about Freedom 250, the mobile phone, the smartphone that was launched. So there was, how many of us are aware about Docos? None. So this guy in Rajasthan, he launched the smartphone for 888 rupees, and some close to 1 month before the launch, they set up their website, and just to do some sort of a testing, they ran a Facebook campaign, and the lucrative price that 800 rupees is, it's spread like anything, and they got huge hits on website. They got 34,000 hits per hour on the second day. And the result, their website crashed. Is it working? Yeah, so the result was that the website crashed. And the CEO, he never even thought of this aspect. That, you know, he was just concerned on the business side that how can I make most sales. He didn't even think that, you know, obviously everyone wants that, you know, a lot of traffic should come to my website, but he didn't even know that a website can crash. So they were our customer, and then they came to us that such a such thing has happened, and this is even before we have officially launched the product. And on 29th of April, we have a press release, and we are going to run a huge marketing campaign. What are we going to do? So this was the server they were initially having with us, 16 GB RAM and 100 GB bandwidth. And I cannot disclose the official price, but let's say they were paying 100 rupees for it. So after we did the assessment that this is the amount of traffic they might get, our IT team concluded that this is the configuration they'll need, 512 GB RAM and 10,000 GB bandwidth to sustain that level of traffic. But it seemed very odd to the CEO that I am 23 days away from my PR. Why should I start paying this from right away? And every day these many customers are not going to come on my website. And this configuration would have costed him 7.2 times more. And we said, fair enough, you shouldn't pay this much early. So we gave him the same configuration, but this time on cloud. So 29th of April, they have a huge press release, they have a huge marketing campaign, newspaper ads, Facebook ads, Twitter ads, YouTube videos, etc., etc. And on the first day, they get 97,271 hits per hour on their website. And this is the configuration that we had provided on cloud. And this configuration, according to the need, auto scales to 512 GB RAM and 10,000 GB bandwidth. They didn't have to do anything. Our IT team didn't have to do anything. And that is the beauty of cloud, that you don't have to buy that 1 TB of laptop hard disk right away because you're not going to use it. When the traffic on his website was low, he was making do with the 16 GB RAM. And when the need was there, it auto scaled to 512 GB. Now, for this configuration, he would have had to pay 720 bucks, right? But just because he was on cloud, it costed him 410 rupees. That is only 4.1 times more. But that's not the beauty of it. The beauty is that now the hoopla is down. It's only costing him 100. And he still has the capability if today night something viral of their clicks and a lot of visitors come on their website. So again, he has the capability to scale up to 91,000 visitors. So yeah, that's cloud. So how does because all of us want that, since we are business owners, that a lot of traffic should come on a website, not that it should crash. So how does an average e-commerce business, how can you benefit from cloud? So there are a lot of benefits of cloud from technical aspects, operational aspects, but I'll only cover those from the business aspect. The first one is that you're always up. Your website or application or platform is never down. I don't know for everyone, but let's say I'm searching for Nike shoes and I open eBay and I open Flipkart. And if Flipkart is, even if it is slightly slow, I'm right away going to switch to eBay. So speed matters. So your application or your website is never going to go down. It's going to be very fast, no matter how many visitors come on it. The second benefit is that, yeah, you can straight away cut your IT costs. You don't pay in bulk. You pay very less. And you also cut your manpower costs, because if you're, let's say, hosting your website or application in-house or with some other provider, then you definitely need to have an IT department in your organization who can do the management part. So with cloud, you don't need that. So definitely you save on manpower, and the main thing is that you don't need to focus on IT at all. You can only focus on how to drive sales, how to drive more business. And the third thing is that you have control in your hands. For example, let's say you have an application, and what you want to do is you need to do some sort of testing by adding some new feature, and for that you need some 20 GB of hard disk space and some 1 GB of bandwidth, but you only need it for 2 hours for testing. But nobody provides a server or hosting for 2 hours. You're going to have to pay for the complete month. They don't even provide it for a day. With cloud, you can use it only for 2 hours. You can instantly get live. You can procure that amount of space, and as soon as you are done with it, you can switch it off. So that's the beauty of cloud. It's pay per use, and the control is completely in your hands. So where next from here, how do you begin transformation to cloud? The first and the foremost important thing is that you consult what exactly is you need. Maybe your website or application is of nature that you don't even need cloud. Or maybe which cloud platform should you go for, AWS or OpenStack or IBM? Why is this so critical? Because Dropbox, everyone knows that Dropbox started on AWS, and Zynga, the team behind Farmville, which got hugely popular, they both started on cloud, AWS. They scaled on cloud for multiple years. And very recently, Dropbox stopped using AWS and they moved to on-premise infrastructure. They set up their own data centers. How odd is that? This complete transformation, and Zynga did the same thing. This transformation, 500 million users and 650 petabytes of data, they moved from cloud to on-premise infrastructure, costing $750 million, just because they didn't make the right choice in the starting. Maybe because for their business model, always on-premise was better because they needed more customizability than cloud can provide. And Zynga, after it moved to on-premise infrastructure model, a very even more unfortunate thing happened with them, that after 2 years, they switched back to Amazon Web Services, costing them additional $100 million. So the first thing and the foremost thing, and I believe if you can take one key takeaway from my session, is that your IT consultant or your IT team, you make a very wise choice for your e-commerce application or website, as in what kind of hosting or cloud do you need. The choice you are going to make right now is going to bear fruits some 3-4 years later when you are maybe the next big thing. Second thing is choices. Now that you have consulted, There are a lot of providers, AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Rackspace, IBM, and a lot of others as well. But the beauty about these is that all of these providers are very, very accommodative to startups. They all have specifically designed packages to have you have a taste of cloud so that you can see first and see what it looks like, and maybe if you have any apprehensions about cloud that it's too technical or there is no security, you can have them resolved. And yes, obviously to give you an initial push to that, since you're a startup, you don't have to invest into IT. So everyone of these has amazingly, for example, Amazon Web Services has AWS Activate. So if you're a startup and based on the guidelines, you can avail from $1,000 to $15,000 of cloud credit. Azure also has Bespark, which allows $750 per month. So if you have 5 developers in-house, that's $150 per developer. Google Cloud Platform also has a similar startup pack, and Rackspace has $2,000 per month, and IBM also has Catalyst, a program by the name of Catalyst. And if you're a startup and if you meet the guidelines, you can avail up to $1,000 per month of credit. Now you can either choose to procure services directly from them, or maybe if you want to cut costs, then you can maybe reach out to any one of their partners who could provide you these clouds for a much lesser pricing, and B, if you only want to focus on your business, uh, manage it for you end to end. So you find a provider who can handle it all for you. And how else can you benefit from cloud? So that was just one aspect, hosting your website or e-commerce application platform, etc. How else can you benefit from cloud? Any IT technology product you're using, always use cloud products. For example, even if you're using email, so rather than traditional email, go for let's say Office 365, which is a cloud-based amazing product of Microsoft, and it comes with such great specifications: 50 GB email inbox, 1 TB of cloud storage, Office suite, unlimited online meetings. All this, if it were not on cloud model, it would cost you a hell lot, but it costs just $249 per month. And Google, or go for Google Apps, according whatever fits your needs best. Same things and cost around 150 per month. So whatever investment you are doing, do it, find applications which run on the cloud model. And anyhow, I believe we, without realizing it, use cloud every day. We all drink milk in the morning, but does anyone of us have a cow in their house whom they have to feed every day for milk? No, we procure it on a cloud basis. If you need more milk any day, then you tell him that, you know, I'm going to have 1 liter extra, and you pay only for that amount. And if you need less, or if you don't need that day, then you don't pay for it. Same goes for the newspapers. We only pay for what we use. So yeah, that's the main thing. So make a wise decision of moving to cloud and moving to the right cloud platform uh, with proper consultancy. That's it. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me or my colleague here, Suchet, and we can right away have a Q&A session. Anyone has any questions? All right. Thank you. Thanks so much.